It is a windy, cold morning here in Baltimore. This is probably the coldest morning we've had so far this year. It is 33 degrees. That's 1 degree for our Celsius friends. I had planned a different walk today. It's Veterans Day. Thanks to everyone who served and who serves. I had planned a walk on the Baltimore Harbor, but yesterday afternoon, I believe, there was a fire here in the Hampden neighborhood of Baltimore, and it did damage to an historic building. So I'm here. We're gonna check out, see what the damage is, and take a walk in another one of Baltimore's historic neighborhoods. This is Hampden. Hampden is known around Christmas time for what's called the Miracle on 34th Street. We're on 33rd Street right now. The Miracle on 34th Street is a row of houses that is decorated really crazy, amazing Christmas decorations. Oh, it's super windy. Sorry for the audio. This will be a short stream today. Like I said, not what I had planned, but we're going to take a walk up Keswick Road or Keswick Street. Keswick Road and see what the damage was. This fire that happened yesterday here. The building purportedly is the former Northern District Police Station in Baltimore. Now, a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, we were at the location of the former Southern, I can already see, wow, the roof is gone. We were at the location of the former Southern District Police Station, checking out its beautiful architecture. So we'll see. We'll get a look at this one and see what's left. Hey, M. Rahul. This is Baltimore, Maryland. There was a fire yesterday at an historic building, and we're going to check out the damage. But we're here in Hampden. A little bit after we look at the damage here, we will head up to the Avenue, Hun. Thanks for joining. Well, it's great to see you. Hi, Top New Tech. Very nice to see you. Hampden is a community that grew up around the mills, the textile mills here in Baltimore, right on the Jones Falls. That was the water source. Hey, Ryan, nice to see you. Hello, Sifu. Nice to see you as well. Yeah, this is not the stream I planned. I certainly didn't plan to be checking out an historic building damaged by fire yesterday. But here's an example again of probably some 1940s architecture that's been repurposed today. But this is one of those working class blue collar neighborhoods. This neighborhood began in the 1930s around the textile mills. Thank you, Top New Tech. Oh, a Bugatti? Where did we see a Bugatti? Okay. I hope no one was hurt as well. Oh goodness. Okay, so you can see the roof. The wooden roof. The tiles are gone, but it looks like the building is mostly intact on the outside. So, not as bad as I had expected. You know, the news, as they were showing the photos, and you can see somebody's flying a drone over right now. I'm sure it's an insurance company flying a drone over to get the view of this building. So this was the Northern District Police Department, Baltimore City. Beautiful architecture. Roof's gone. I'm sure there's some interior damage as well, for sure. Now there's a police line here, but there's people on the other side of it. We're at the corner here of Harding Place and Keswick Road in Baltimore. Looks like some of the cleanup crew is cleaning up. But wow, what a magnificent building. And hopefully not too much structural damage. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, so what I can see is that State Farm. Okay, I am going to go under this police line because there are people on the other side of it. So it's just it's just a remnant of yesterday, I'm sure. This is a really good view of the building. Dispassionate observer. It does feel like the first day of winter. I'm freezing. Hi, Cecil or Cecil. Nice to see you. Yeah, it is. It's 33 degrees right now. So it's 1 degree Celsius. Wow, I've got 50 people joining me. Thank you so much. You can see the finial. If you look, okay, I am going to do this. I wouldn't recommend this, but that doesn't need to be there. So if you see on the left side, the finial on that tower, and on this side it's bent. So the finial's been bent over, the roof is gone. But what you can see, wow, this is a great building. Oh, stained glass, okay. So you can see State Farm Insurance on the first floor. So this was occupied by businesses. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like the damage was too bad. But if you remember, a few streams ago, we looked at the Southern District police building, police headquarters. This would have been the old Northern District. Slightly different architecture. Kind of odd. I'm not saying I'm loving the design. But you know, for back in the day, but you can see there's stained glass over the windows on the first floor. Damaged by fire last night, dispassionate observer. Yeah, there was a fire last night. So roof is really damaged. Oh, a close-up on the excavator, please. Okay. For those who like big boy toys. It's a John Deere. That's a John Deere. But yeah. So let's walk around. Let's get a 360. Let's get the full view of this building. Then we'll come back here. And then we'll walk up to the avenue. A historic area of this neighborhood that I didn't plan to visit today, but unfortunately, tragedy. You can see the ice on the ground. So the hose, the water used to douse this fire last night was frozen. It was a heck of a night. Let's be safe. Let's get a look 360 here. The building known affectionately as the Castle here in Hampden, which was a community that began in the 1830s around the textile mills here on the Jones Falls of Baltimore. I almost said Washington. The Jones Falls of Baltimore had all these mills, and the textile mills were in this area, and the neighborhood grew up around it. This is Baltimore, and this building was damaged by fire, but not too bad. So that's why I was here, to see what the damage was. Not too bad. See the roof. You can see that finial bent over. You can see possibly maybe there were some windows in those circular designs near the top. But home to State Farm auto insurance or home insurance. And you can see the building behind it. Obviously a historic part of the textile industry here, maybe dating back to the mid-1800s. Wow, is it cold this morning? Baltimore has good Greek. Yeah, we have Greek Town, Eastern Avenue in the Highland Town area. Yes. So this would have, oh, look at this. Look at this carriage port here. And as this was the old Northern police station, I'm going to guess that's where they brought the bad guys in. You know, you bring them in right there. Let's get a view this way. I try not to walk backwards. I'm so sorry, chat. There's a lot of people in chat. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry if I'm missing your message, but thank you for joining. I would really look, disaster cleanup and restoration services. I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button. That would be awesome. Yeah, the disaster cleanup crews are here, but it's not as bad as I thought. So we'll take a little look up close. Let's walk through the carriage port. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. We're not in anyone's way. But you could see this would be like, you know, shipping and receiving. Good view of the damage there. I don't think this is part of the fire damage. This just looks like some beautiful wrought iron railings. Or maybe it is. I'm not sure. Some beautiful wrought iron railings here that will hopefully be saved for future. Good morning. Okay, I'm not going to go around that side because there's someone in a little bit of distress over there. So, Ukulele Jim, God bless him. I'll go back over this way. Whew. Hey, Johnny, good morning. What happened? A fire here at a historic building last night. So I come to check it out. I'm sorry for the wind. Yeah, I came here this morning. I heard there was a fire at the old Northern District Police building in Baltimore. I'm sorry, the wind is actually knocking the camera out of my hand. But the damage not as bad as it could have been. Let me get across the street here. But if you could see this tree, I don't know if you could see the icicles hanging off the tree from the water used to put out the fire last night. It's cold here. It's super cold here. 33 degrees. Ice on the road from the water used to put out the fire. The roof is gone, but most of the building looks to be in good shape. Let's go check out the other side. Oh, thank goodness I put my gloves on. These guys and gals are doing awesome work. Hi, Lily. Nice to see you. No, I don't know if there's a cause that's been attributed yet. Honestly, I just heard about it this morning. I was heading to do a little Veterans Day walk around the harbor, and I heard about this fire, and when I heard historic building, I was like, okay, let me go. Let me check her out. So from this side, you know, you almost wouldn't even know because you're not seeing the roof. So this building was the former Northern District Police headquarters for the city of Baltimore. Going back to the 1800s. For us, that's a long time ago for us in the United States. But I think we could say the damage was as bad as it could have been. Well, thank you, Nathan. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much. Do I think it will survive? Ooh, who's talking about metal detecting? Albert. Oh, metal detecting. Yeah, my dad does metal detecting. My dad is the detectorist in our family. I don't know. You know, I'm certainly no expert, but it really doesn't look as bad as I thought the damage would be. So, you know, maybe there's hope. I'll do a little research on this building, and we'll hope. As this road sign just, that was creepy. Okay, that was really creepy. Okay, we're gonna clip that. That sign just cruised on over here. It's not a ghost, it's just windy and cold. But here's a great view of just the extent of this building, which I knew very little about. I knew it was here and I knew it was called the castle, but I don't know much about this building. So this will give me a great reason to research this one and check it out. All right, let's head up. Since we're here, let's head up to the historic Avenue of Hampden. This is a really important neighborhood in the history of Baltimore. The Jones Falls is okay, get this, waterway that runs through the center of Baltimore from north to south. And along the way, as you can imagine, as Baltimore was growing, mills popped up. Flour mills, all kinds of mills, but mostly textile mills in this area. So fabric, other textiles, I'm gonna guess sailcloths, eventually a London fog factory for making raincoats popped up in this area. Eventually also a Pepsi bottling company popped up in this area. But going back to the 1830s, before Pepsi, this community grew up with the workers that ran the mills. Going back to the 1830s, many of the historic warehouses and industrial buildings are still here. They've been repurposed and they're quite beautiful. The neighborhood buildings, this is like your typical, I always say your typical Baltimore row houses. There are 4 or 5 different designs, I would say, beyond the brick row houses, but I always call these the porch houses. And you see this design everywhere. You see the porch and you see that bay window on the second floor. This is Baltimore, Victor. This is Baltimore, Maryland. And we're here in the Hampden neighborhood. And that gives you a really good view of the roof that's missing from that building. And you can see traffic is detoured or diverted down these little side streets because of the road closed there because of the fire. But we're here because there was a fire last night in that building there, the one that's missing the roof. And we wanted to check out. That's a beautiful historic building. It said the building was open in 1899. Cool. Well, let's hope that it's fixable. We will more history, so we can check it out.